Okay, so it should say to agree to the recording. All right. Well, welcome everyone. So this is our Meet the Tutors night. So just a reminder, since you are joining us, you do get a free 30-minute tutoring session. So just be sure to leave your name and your email in the Zoom chat so then I can save that for you and then you can redeem it at some point. Just a reminder on Zoom etiquette, just remember to mute yourself while we are going along. If you want to put something in the chat bar is right on the bottom. You can raise your hand under the participants, and then you can vote, which we won't be doing in this call. So our agenda for tonight, first we're going to go through our team and you'll be able to meet all of our tutors. Then we're going to go over some remote learning troubles that a lot of students are having, and then how we can help with those troubles. Go a bit over our program and what makes us different from other tutoring companies. Then we'll go over Teachworks and Lesson Space, which are two of the tools that we use, how to sign up, and then if you have any questions at the end. So first up is me. So my name is Melissa Gallagher. I am the owner of Granite State Tutors. I'm also a tutor. I tutor college accounting and business calculus. My hometown is Bedford, New Hampshire. I graduated from Bedford High School in 2019. Currently, I'm attending Bentley University. I'm a sophomore. My major is corporate finance and accounting with a minor in management. I'm part of the honors program, and I was on the president's list last semester, and I have a 3.65 GPA. I decided to create Granite State Tutors since remote learning was a huge shift for everyone in the spring, and I was affected by it since I'm a student. So I really wanted to reach out to all the families in the Bedford area and in New Hampshire and New England, and just gather a team where we can help them out with all their schooling.
Hi everyone, my name is Megan Sargent and I'm currently an assistant manager as well as a tutor for Granite State Tutors. I grew up in Belmont, New Hampshire, and I lived there all my life up until I went to Tampa, Florida for college. I recently graduated from the University of Tampa with a degree in allied health and a concentration in occupational therapy. I graduated magna cum laude with a 3.94 GPA and was also a member of the Phi Kappa Phi Honor Society, as well as a member of the National Society for Collegiate Scholars. I was recently accepted into a program to get my master's in elementary education, and I'm currently taking one graduate course towards that. I can tutor several different subjects, mostly math and science-based, so I can tutor math before pre-algebra as well as pre-algebra, algebra 1, algebra 2, geometry, and then for sciences, I can tutor science for grades 3 through 8, as well as chemistry and physics, and then I can also do English for grades 3 through 8, as well as high school. And then lastly, I just want to say I'm so excited to be a part of Granite State Tutors. Most of my students are currently chemistry students, but I have worked with some elementary students, which I also love because that's going to be my area of focus when I'm a teacher. And it's made me so happy already to see how much I've been able to help my students learn and grow, and just being able to adjust my teaching and lessons to the style that works best for them.
Hello, my name's Olivia. I'm from Manchester, New Hampshire. Lived there all my life. I went to Manchester Memorial High School, graduated in 2019. I'm now attending Clemson University down in South Carolina, and I'm currently a sophomore. I studied biology, and I'm hoping to have a minor in Spanish, and hopefully I'll be going to med school, so I am pre-med as well. I'm on the president's list with a 4.0 GPA, and I'm also involved in Clemson Paralympic soccer, and I'm involved in a research project that studies frog and tadpole locomotion. So for tutoring, I'm big on, science and math. I can do biology, chemistry, general science for elementary and middle school. I can do Spanish, math, before pre-algebra, algebra 1, algebra 2, calculus, and then again, pre-calc and then pre-algebra. So most of my students so far have been middle school students. I also have had a few high school students, mostly in the math area. I'm hoping to expand my students in like biology and chemistry, just the sciences, because I love tutoring, biology, because it's something that I'm passionate about. Something I love about Granite State Tutors, it's been such a great company to work for, and I've loved to see my students grow over the past couple of months and see how far they've come since we started.
Hi, my name is Claudia from Pihat. I'm originally from Austin, Texas, and I'm currently a senior at the University of Arkansas. I'm studying psychology with a pre-law concentration, and I recently completed my minor in legal studies. I graduate next spring. I currently have a 3.75 major GPA. Right now, I tutor math grades 3 through algebra 1 and English grades 3 through 12 and psychology. Mostly I've been tutoring algebra, and I've done some work curating schedules and helping students with organizational skills. As far as Granite State Tutors, I'm really happy to be a part of the team and have enjoyed tutoring my students this year. I love working with them and helping them understand subjects in a way that works specifically for them, as well as teaching good study habits. And I'm really proud of the work we've done in helping students in the time of COVID and remote learning.
Hi, my name is Amanda. I am a tutor at Granite State Tutors. I am from Bedford, New Hampshire, which is where I still live. I currently attend Unity College. I'm a sophomore there, and my major is animal health and behavior. Currently, I'm not accepting new clients as a tutor because I am also a nanny, and I have taken on a lot of responsibility with nannying and babysitting recently. But I'm hoping that eventually I can accept new clients. I do tutor all different ages, but I prefer younger children. But I can tutor biology, science for grades 3 through 8, English for grades 3 through 8, as well as psychology. And I can also tutor introductory photography as well. And I'm looking forward to hopefully getting back on board with Granite State Tutors a little more.
Hello, my name is Antonasoff, and I go to Wyndham High School. As a top student with a 4.45 GPA, I'm always looking for opportunities to help others academically. I'm able to tutor mathematics up to introductory calculus, programming, Java and Python, including AP Computer Science Principles and A, Physics 101 up to Physics, AP Physics 1, and Spanish grades 6 through 10. I have a lot of experience tutoring students for honor societies at my high school, and I'm excited to widen my audience with Granite State Tutors. I've always had a passion for teaching, and I'm looking forward to helping new students and seeing new faces. I provide custom worksheets for each of my clients to ensure understanding. In my spare time for fun, I like to program, draw, play volleyball, and dance.
Hi, my name is Sarah Girardi. I am a fairly new member of Granite State Tutors. I'm from Londonderry, New Hampshire, and I'm currently class of 2021. I have a 4.15 GPA. I am currently a board member of the National Honor Society, and I've also been involved in peer mentoring all throughout high school. I am also currently enrolled in exploring/practicing the art of teaching. So I hope to apply the techniques I learned in this class into my tutoring. I tutor English 3 throughout high school, writing 3 through 8, essay help, math before pre-algebra, as well as pre-algebra, algebra 1, algebra 2, science 3 through 8, freshman science, chemistry, and history. I also hope to major in education in college, so I thought this would be a really great opportunity for me to get some experience, and I am very excited to continue with Granite State Tutors.
Hi everyone, my name is Grace Harpster. I am also from Londonderry, New Hampshire, and I'm a senior as well. I go to Londonderry High School. I have a 4.7 GPA, and some of the things I do at school involve National Honor Society, Community Service Club, Student Council, peer mentoring, and I am a member of the field hockey team. For tutoring, because I am a high school student, I kind of have the advantage of being able to broadcast myself in a lot of different aspects just because I take those core subjects every day. So some of the main things that I like to tutor in, however, involve chemistry, Spanish, psychology, algebra 1, algebra 2, geometry, history, English high school, essay help, as well as freshman science. And though I am new to Granite State Tutors, they have been so welcoming and very inviting, and I'm so looking forward to continuing my time here with them. So, yeah.
So unfortunately, Lori couldn't meet with us today, but she's an experienced educator of over 30 years. She used to be a public school teacher for 10 years. She homeschools her children, and she's very involved with different homeschool groups. She's also an outschool teacher, which is a program for homeschool groups to use. It's just online teaching. And she tutors English, geometry, history, math before pre-algebra, psychology, science, and writing. So first, just trying to go into our program a little bit. So students have had a lot of trouble with remote learning, as I'm sure everyone knows, since we all are students here. But what's really been happening is students have been really bogged down with large Zoom classes with 20 to 100 students, depending on how big their classes are. And I know from personal experience, it's really hard to get a question asked or feel like that you can ask a question, just because there's so many people and you're not having that direct communication with the teacher. So that connects with our disconnection with classmates and teachers. It's really hard for students when they're behind a screen in order to really communicate with different classmates and teachers. They might not be able to become friends with different classmates or ask them for help. Same thing with the teachers. Also, teachers are more inaccessible for extra help. You can't just ask them after class or catch them in the hallway because everything is online. Also, students are seeing a lot of overload of busy work because that is some teachers' way of making up for the lost class time. Is just extra work. So really the focus right now is on completing assignments, but not actually understanding the material. We're here at Granite State Tutors. Not only do we want our students to complete the assignments and get really good grades on it, but we want to make sure that they're understanding the material. So we really work with our students to make sure we're creating a really powerful lesson that will go over, step by step the beginning stages, and then adding on to that as they feel more comfortable, so they get a full understanding of what they're working on. Also, a lot of students are feeling very unmotivated and overwhelmed, especially at this point in the semester where we're almost at Thanksgiving and there really hasn't been any breaks. And then also students feel like it's hard to pay attention and stay focused in class just because they feel like they're a number behind a screen. Where here at Granite State Tutors, we really make sure that even though our tutoring is online, honestly, when I'm tutoring my students, I don't feel like I'm online with them because I'm talking with them, seeing how they're doing, asking about their classes. It just feels like they're honestly sitting right next to me and I'm tutoring them in person. And that's really a mission of ours.
Yeah, I mean, exactly what Melissa was saying. We're all students ourselves, so we're all in that same boat. We know it's so frustrating being online. We would much rather be in person, but that's just not the case right now. But we know how overwhelming it can be, and especially with harder subjects, how hard it is to understand certain concepts if you're online or you're learning through a video that your teacher posted. And we understand that's so hard, and that's a big goal of our company, to just, help these students create a personal connection and have that one-on-one interaction just to help them through this hard time.
Yeah, exactly. Going off of that, we're all students or educators, and we really understand how the students are feeling. So we're able to connect with them on a personal level and be like, okay, this helped with us, so we recommend that you try this because it worked for us. So like I was mentioning on the last slide, how we can help, really our goal is just to make sure that our students have a proper understanding of their course material, and really making sure that, not only can they complete the work, but they understand why they're completing it and what's going on in the problem. So all of our lessons are individualized, really based on the student's needs and learning style. We know some students have learning disabilities. We work with that. Different needs, they might not understand this one topic. We'll take as much time as it takes to make sure they understand it. So we are personalized one-on-one help with lesson plans. Every tutor creates a lesson plan before the session. They gather practice materials, they gather worksheets, they make them, and then some tutors even send home practice problems and send the answer key afterwards, just to make sure that students are getting a well-rounded lesson plan, that they're understanding the concept and they're getting practice. Also, we allow for a mentorship between the tutor and the student. So, I know a lot of students might be feeling really like alone because they're not able to hang out with their friends, or interact with people on a daily basis, but we also take the time to make sure that our students are okay and that, they're doing okay with their schoolwork and, just trying to do the best that they can in the circumstances that we're facing. This also allows them to have face-to-face interaction, not just in the classroom, but, we're actually talking with just them, just a conversation between the two of us. We also make sure that our students stay engaged. We're constantly throwing practice problems at them, and it's completely interactive with the program that we use, Lesson Space, which I'll go into in a little bit. And also students are able to ask questions at any time, which is something that they can't really do in Zoom because a lot of students, especially younger ones, don't feel comfortable, raising their hand or asking a question with everyone else on the screen.
And so, as Melissa was saying, when I'm in a tutoring session, I'm always checking in with my students to ensure that they've understood the concept that I've explained. And if they're still a little unsure, I'll then explain the concept using a different example. I'll also take into account what the student seems to be struggling more with. So for example, although I have multiple different chemistry students, some might be struggling more with the math-based portion of chemistry, and some might be struggling more with the concepts. And so knowing this allows me to prepare a lesson that will most benefit them. And of course, I always ask them if there's a certain concept that they want to start with that they feel they're struggling more with than others. And then I'll always make sure my students know to never be afraid to stop and ask me questions when I'm going through a lesson. And lastly, I'm always preparing extra worksheets and examples for my students to help their understanding of the topics as well.
So going into what our clients are saying, so the clients that we currently have been really happy with Granite State Tutors, and that honestly makes me super happy to, see, this one idea that I had as a business becoming really successful. So I'm very happy, and I'm really glad that I have such great tutors on the team. But really what's a trend with everything and all of our clients is just, it's quality tutoring. We take the time to have extra communication with the parent. We're communicating with the student. We really are an individualized based company where we take the time to create those lesson plans and to create a relationship with our clients. So these are all of our Facebook reviews. We just got another one today. They're all 5 stars. So it's just, we've already been making an impact in the community, and I'm very excited to continue to do that. So a little bit about our program. So we offer online tutoring sessions, 30 minutes, an hour, and 1.5 hours. So we use Teachworks, which is our billing and scheduling, kind of like database, but it's our program. So that's where you're able to see like all of the invoices that you've paid. You can go on and see your calendar. I'll go more into that in a little bit. And then we use Lesson Space, which is basically like an educational Zoom platform. I'll show you about that as well. And then pricing. So right now, that's actually a error, but it's 10% off during November. So 30 minutes is $27, 1 hour is $40, 1.5 hours is $54. So also if you refer a friend, you're able to get a free 30-minute session, and everyone that joined us today gets a free 30-minute session as well. But really when it comes to pricing, we are very competitive when it comes to other tutoring companies. We are on the lower end, and we really just want to make sure that our students are getting the best experience and getting the highest quality tutoring possible. So what makes us different? So something else I kind of wanted to touch on is we are online tutoring right now and probably for the next year because of COVID, but I am looking into, getting a space at some point and going in person. So that is coming within the next year. So we won't be online forever, and we will start to do in-person tutoring probably the next school year. But what makes us different from other tutoring companies, there's really 2 different types of competition for us. It's just the really big tutoring companies that have thousands of tutors, and then just the people that are doing it under the table. But when compared to the big tutoring companies, we're a local company with local high school and college tutors and educators. We know the schools, we know the different concepts and subjects that they're going over. A lot of us have had the teachers that the students have had, so we can connect with them. Also, like I mentioned before, individualized approach to every lesson. And then we create that relationship with the client. You know, you're not just one client out of a million. You know, you're our client, and we make sure that you know that. And then compared to people, you know, doing tutoring under the table, we are fully insured and we all have clean background checks. I do check on background checks periodically. And then we all have access to professional tutoring software. So we have Teachworks and we have Lesson Space. We have exceptional communication with the parents, and we include lesson notes. So all of our tutors, when you book a lesson, they will email you prior and just introduce themselves and ask what worksheets or topics you'd like for them to go over. Then after the session, they'll send you a follow-up email letting you know what they went over, and then any lesson notes, and then their recommendation from where to go from there. And then, so we are also constantly evaluating our tutors' performance. So we have tutor performance evaluations that we do. So that's just making sure that our tutors are performing at their highest potential and making sure that you're getting the best tutoring session for your money.
And just adding on to what Melissa said, we are a very unique tutoring program, as our team is smaller than most tutoring companies, and all of our tutors are very well experienced. We have all the tools to help your students, and we curate specifically individualized lesson plans. Unlike the larger companies, we also go outside of our lessons and we follow up with parents to ensure that our students do have a clear understanding of the material. Our program is also very customizable, and all of our tutors are capable of teaching all subjects. We're also very collaborative with each other, and we hold each other accountable to make sure each student is receiving the best tutoring possible. And as Olivia and Melissa said earlier, we understand and have all personally experienced what learning is like during this time. And that unique experience allows us to be flexible and understanding whenever we're tutoring our students.
So Teachworks, like I mentioned earlier, really our base of operations. So on there you have like a calendar with scheduled tutoring sessions. It'll list out like it would on, you know, Google Calendar or something like that, where it'll show all of your sessions for the month or whenever you decide to schedule. And it'll also have all your billing information, so you can reference any paid invoices. You can keep your credit card on file. And if you want to keep your credit card on file, you can also opt into our recurring session schedule, where you can set up a set schedule every week, and then I will just pay for those sessions with the credit card on file. Also, Teachworks will send you like email confirmations and reminders, so it will let you know the day before, like reminder, you have this session coming up, and it'll also send you an email after you create a session, just as a confirmation. And in there will be the link to your lesson space. Also, the personal calendar, like I mentioned, as a parent, you'll be able to have one for all of your kids. So you'll be able to see all of your students and then when they have their sessions. And in here, you'll also be able to access the lesson space. So like I mentioned with Lesson Space, it's an educational and collaborative substitute to Zoom. So it's really awesome where students are able to draw, they're able to type, able to completely interact with us. It has an interactive whiteboard, document, and a code editor. We're able to upload any PDFs and images with different homework and worksheets that you might have. And also each lesson space is unique to the tutor and the client. So it's just a link that Teachworks will send you. It's typically the same one for every session. And you just go on and it'll remember what you did last time. So it's not like the tutors have to reset up the lesson space. Everything that you're working on last time is on there, so you don't, you know, lose any time setting up. So here is, I just want to show you what Lesson Space looks like. So they have a little demo on their website. And this is literally what it looks like. So they have this whiteboard where students are able to draw. You can have graphs and everything. Then you can also, they have this document where if someone wanted to put a essay in here. I use this a lot for my accounting problems with students. They're able to, you know, type, do whatever. And then we also have code here if someone wanted to learn code, which is, it's a really awesome program that we found. And it's been really popular with our students and really engaging. So they're able to stay engaged while doing their tutoring online. So then how to sign up for a session. So you're able to sign up and pay right on our website. So this is our website, which I'm sure you've seen, but right here, schedule a session. You just click that. It'll give you your 3 options, half hour, 1 hour, and 1.5 hours. It'll tell you if there's a discount or not. Then you select, and then this is all of our tutors. So you just go through, you can see more about the tutor. You can see what they tutor down here. And then when you decide that you would like to pick them, you click on them, and then these are all of the times that that tutor is available. So if I want to pick myself for 10 a.m., then you just fill out all this information, make sure to include any specific topics or worksheets, and then email them to this email, which is my email, granitestatetutors@gmail.com, and I'll pass it along to your tutor. We just really want to make sure that people are sending in their worksheets and the work at least 12 to 24 hours in advance, so then our tutors are able to prepare a meaningful lesson for our students. Okay, and then also something that's coming new to Granite State Tutors starting on Monday, November 16th, is we have our homework drop-in hours, which we're starting. So that's just going to be a drop-in time for clients to join. It'll just be either a daily fee or a monthly subscription, and then the student will be able to pay through the website and then join the Zoom call. One of our tutors will be on call, just sitting on a Zoom call, and they'll be able to answer any questions, and then the student can either stay to do their homework or they can leave and come back. So it's really just a place where students are able to hop in, especially on a Sunday night where they forgot they had homework and everyone's tired and doesn't want to do the homework. Just hop right on and we'll help out your student. And yeah, does anyone have any questions? I will stop the recording.